How far have we got outside of Pamplona?
About 50 feet, I think.
Every weekend, make it boom boom to the beat. Make it boom 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 boom
Well done, lad.
boom boom. Fly with the stars, I'm free. Party all day, every weekend. Make it boom boom to the beat. Make it boom 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 boom. I'm glad to be alive.
On your marks, get set, go.
Good morning and welcome to day 5. We stayed in Pamplona last night and we are heading off now, continuing on our walk. Not too quite sure where we're heading today or where we're going to stop. There's quite a large ascent that we need to do, so we're going to see how we feel. Louise's blisters have kicked in today, so we're going to take it a little careful. But Pamplona, beautiful city, absolutely gorgeous, really historic, definitely well worth a stop by if you're doing the Camino. We had a really good night's sleep last night. We were up this morning at around 5:45, 6 o'clock, and we're now out. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. We managed to not get much further than a patisserie and grabbed a croissant and a coffee just to get us going.
How far have we got outside of Pamplona?
About 50 feet, I think.
And we've done what?
Stop for coffee and croissants.
And the croissants are?
Amazing. So worth it.
Okay, so we're just about to leave Pamplona city. University's just there. Now we are heading in the direction of the Camino de Santiago. Of course we are, because it's just one big line towards Santiago and we just follow the little yellow shells. However, like I said to you, we're not too sure where we're ending up tonight because we've got quite a big hill to climb. And what we did know, Louise was telling us this morning from the information book, is that there are wind turbines that we're heading towards. So we were just plottering along, heading past main ring road, and then all of a sudden we see this. Now I'm hoping you can see that hill there. Now that hill there is the wind turbines that we need to climb over. We lost you, Dave. How are you going? Not far, come on. So one thing we've really noticed following leaving Pamplona is actually you're seeing less pilgrims on the walk. It seems to be more spread out. So you're still seeing the familiar faces that you have seen and some new, but they're a lot more far and few between. And it's possibly just the terrain as well. So you can tell by my breathing that we're going uphill here. It's quite a steep ascent this morning. It's probably keeping some people back. And it's probably as well some people have stayed in Pamplona for the day. It's quite a nice city, like I said, and you get around, there's quite a few sights to see, and you know, a couple of beers always helps with the following day's journey. So yeah, definitely a lot quieter. Well done, love. Is that a good hill, Meg? I think the silence says it all. So those wind turbines earlier on, when we pointed them out, just as we were leaving Pamplona, are now just there. So I made the decision to wear base layers during this walk because I thought more comfortable, easier to wash and dry because they're of that material. However, I packed one pair of base layers that had seams in them. Now, if you have walked or run any sort of distance with base layers with seams, you will know why it's not a good idea. That not good idea was the chafing that it brought to the underside of me. So my tip for today, for you, is never wear base layers on the Camino that has got a seam. You can have that for free.
I was yours for the taking. Guess I needed a home. But if I'm not mistaken, you were good on your own. And I know I was drunk enough. Didn't know.
So we just stopped in a place which is about 3/4 of the way up the hill, which I'm not even going to try to pronounce.
Link down there.
With a Z. So we just stopped there for coffee in a Mars bar. Kids are behind us somewhere, but they move a lot quicker than we do, so we'll let them catch us up.
It's quite nice actually because we're letting them either drift back or go forward.
Yeah.
And we'll stop, or they'll stop if there's a little bit of an unknown sort of turning.
Yeah.
We'll stop, or they'll stop and wait for us, so that's good.
So it's quite busy, there's quite a lot of people behind us, and in front of us we've got about the last quarter of this ascent to go, and then it's all downhill for the rest of the day. I've just booked our room for tonight. So we are staying in Puenta de la Reina, which is slightly further than we were going to go originally. It's an extra 2k, and the albergue is on the other side of the village, which is nearly an extra k. Don't tell the kids, I haven't told them that. I've just told them we're doing an extra 2k, but at the end of it they get a private room instead of a dorm room tonight. So we've got 2 rooms booked, both with bunk beds in. So the kids can have a little bit of privacy tonight, because it's good to do the full experience and share with people. But also I think especially for Henry and Megan, it's nice for them to just sometimes be able to just dump their stuff and have a little space and not be thinking about people sleeping next to them and stuff like that. So a little treat tonight.
Fantastic. Thank you, Louise.
You don't get to call me up. Tell me that you need forgiveness. You're the one who called it off. Broke my heart in just a minute. No, you don't get to call it love.
Where are we?
Right, so we've made the summit for today. Nice walk actually, wasn't it, kids? Enjoyed that. So we have walked from way over there.
Should have known you were something that would mess with my mind. But I won't put the blame on me. You're the one to be on to see, yeah.
There are certain terrains on this Camino that seem just to go on forever. Rocks, pebbles, rocks.
If we hit our expiration date, I want you to feel the weight, feel the hate that.
So it's just taken us about an hour to get from the top, just there, which is just about here. My finger in focus. And we have to come all the way down there towards here. And there's Louise and Megan. So it was really rocky. We've got a few clips, but I can't believe how painful that was on the calves. Oh, you too.
You didn't even say goodbye. No. You didn't even hug it out. No. I don't know nothing.
So we're here, top of that very big slope, and we see a pool, then realise it's empty. No! What a tease.
The end of day 5.
5.
Lord, where are these days going? Okay, so we left Pamplona this morning, and we've walked on foot around 22k up a very steep hill, and you would have seen in the footage earlier the top of the hill there where the wind turbines were, and we've made our way back down again to where have we stopped today?
Puenta de la Reina.
Puenta de la Reina. So we've stayed at an albergue, which is literally just over the bridge from Puenta de la Reina, and we did think actually that it was a smart move, but what we actually found was that it was up another steep hill to get to, which didn't really finish off our Camino de Santiago walk with much joy this evening. But it is what it is, and we're here, and it's a fantastic place again. Quite looking forward to tomorrow, Lou. I think the kids want to go off early.
They do, they want to leave at 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if we'll quite make that, but we'll give it a go. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
We don't see quite so many people. I mean, there were strips of the trail today where you couldn't see anyone in front or behind, which is
It's quite interesting. 'Cause
unusual so far.
We haven't seen that to date, so I think we're going to see that again tomorrow. Probably a bit of a lighter crowd, but it's fantastic when you do get into these at the end of the stages. We're actually meeting up with people that we'd seen on day one. So I think that's us for this evening. I think we've got a few bits and pieces to dry off our laundry before tomorrow, so we need to make sure we've got nice dry socks. So make sure that you like and subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow.